All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 22 of Blood of the Father. Where we last left off, we are in Rossashal, Shin's hometown, to investigate an uptick in Reaper attacks that have been going on. A lot of other shenanigans and weird stuff going on in the town as well, but main thing that the Hunters Guild is concerned with is the Reapers. The team learned of where the last attacks were had, what happened. They learned some information from the last team that got dispatched, Wildlight, and they even have a map of and notes of when the attacks happened as well. Thanks to Manic.
Thank you, Manic.
It pays to become prepared.
With that being said, when they got to town, they ended up in a battle with Reapers that were attacking the train station. A bunch of Boxers showed up. But, luckily for them, Shin's childhood friend Tosho showed up to save the day. Not really, he was just really a meat shield, but he tried. Hold on one second, guys.
And he's currently in a bear hug.
But with that being said, it's about 7:10 in the morning on August 9th. And I turn it over to you guys. Stream is up.
I'm gonna walk over here.
Yeah, but I'd say Shin just has Tosho in just like the biggest bear hug and just shaking him around looking joyous.
How long is the Reapers 10 minutes, right?
Huh?
The Reapers how long does it last?
Should tell on your sheet.
That is true. Where is
Does
it?
it say a time limit or does it say recently?
No, it says
Reapers,
That's in her feet, right?
one AP, 1 minute.
1 AP for 1 minute, huh? I want to use it to try to discern where they came from.
Alright, so you're going to activate your Reaper's Eyes, so you close your eyes and open them, and you can just see this thick, black, like, almost trail heading from where the Reapers come from up north. I'm going to put you on the big map. Alright, so y'all are, like, right here.
Okay.
The trail just seems to come from the north before you know. You can just see the trail coming from the north. You don't see, like, it coming from a specific location, though.
Okay.
Plus, you're
Oh,
standing,
that's
like, in the town.
I'm gonna look over at Tosho and say, any idea where these things come from?
Tosho shakes his head. Is like, well, he's still being bear hug, but he's like, shakes his
Yep.
head. It's like, no, they've just been attacking the town more recently. We don't hire hunters for every single attack, but it seems to be like one every day almost.
Sorry, you did say 7:10 on September 9th?
August 9th.
August 9th, sorry. Yeah, well, Shin's just still bear hugging Tosho and he's like, but you hired the right ones now.
It kind of tilts his head. It's like, did we hire more?
Oh, put him down. Yeah, we're here on a mission this time.
Looks confused at you, and it's just kind of like, okay.
I show him the hunter badge.
I mean, I believe you. It's just I don't remember.
Oh, wait, no, the contract. Does Guy have it?
They sent Shin to help your village. Isn't that funny, Tojo?
I was like, well, I mean, he's from here. I mean, I guess it depends what y'all are here for.
Oh,
'Cause I have
yeah.
no idea.
Wait, yeah, Guy, do you or Manic have the contract?
Oh, I gave it
Okay,
away
got it.
because I don't like reading. I'm sorry. I thought I gave it to you.
Yeah, Shin, you have it.
Oh, do I have? Oh, sorry. I just assume we hand everything important to Manic because he's the best character.
Yeah, he's the thief. He likes to hold on to things. Takes good care of them.
Sorry, that was above game. But yeah, she'll go, oh, yeah, kind of snap and pull the contract out and hand it to him.
He reads over it. It's like, oh, so you are investigating the uptick in attacks, okay? And the wall. Good.
Aye,
Why the fuck the wall hasn't been built yet?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying.
We know.
Do we?
We do.
Do we?
Yeah,
Politics.
we paid for that. We paid for that information.
Bureaucrats.
Well, you didn't get specifics when y'all paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, the Cutters are not allowing it to happen.
Yes.
I mean, they're playing a part, but I didn't assume it went that deep.
I say we chop the head off the snake.
When you say that, there's kind of a look in Tosho's face.
What kind of look?
Yeah, can I see what kind of look that is?
Like he knows something.
I'll
You look
kind
like
of,
you know something, Tosho.
yeah, I'll kind of glance over him and like,
I don't think I'm the one that should tell you.
oh god,
Oh God, is it Shin's dad?
what? No, my dad's awesome.
Shin's dad wants business for the
Yeah.
bar.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of awesome, charismatic people are sociopaths.
No, is it still Zlossel?
Okay, so I guess I'll tell you this part now, Shin. Sazzel's head was pinned to the mayor's door like 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god, yeah. Shin will just kind of turn around and offhandedly ask that, and then just get his eyes wide.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's
Why?
pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, we have no idea. The Cutters have been more active since then, but we haven't seen any of the, like, lieutenants or anything, like Vilnius, Vesh, any of them.
Strange.
Is they have any rivals?
Not in Rothschild, no.
Oh no, around here it was just them. God, a lot has happened.
Do you know anybody that's in the Cutters that we could? I don't know.
When you say that, he kind of like grins and kind of like side eyes Shin, who is also grinning. Like,
Pull
no,
out Vesh's knife and return it to him.
It's like, no, they're not gonna talk to us like that.
Oh, well, that's what these are for. And then I pull out. I don't have any daggers. Never mind.
And you go to reach in, just like, never mind.
Oh, and I pull out the immovable rod.
What
And
is that
pretend-
for?
Oh, well, I mean, I could just, stick this button, put this end in your mouth, and then hit this button, extend it.
Oh. I look down at, or I look over at Tosho. I'm like, he's talking about something real messed up.
Tosho kind of like looks at it. It's like, can I see that rod for a second?
Am I gonna get it back?
Absolutely.
Okay, here you go.
So what you do is he takes it and it's like you use it like a pike, and he like puts it in the air and holds it like he just levitating pike.
And then what?
Well, you put someone's head on it, duh.
I like your thinking, Tosha. See, we can definitely get information out of these guys.
Hmm.
I mean, look at all these tools, and I pull out a crowbar and a hammer.
Well, torture
I
is
don't
not
know.
a very effective means of information gathering.
Seems like this place has gotten
Oh,
rather
damn.
chaotic since I was last here. Seemed like a nice, lovely fishing village before.
As he says that, y'all just kind of like look around. It's very quiet.
It seems about the same.
I mean, there's people like walking around, but
Well, no, okay, he's right though, and I'll kind of address everybody. When he landed, we immediately fought like 4 or 5 people.
Mm.
I got stabbed in the leg. Tosho, you did real well for that fight. You did real well for this fight.
Yeah,
You're doing
a
great.
tanky boy.
and Tosho's just kind of like, yeah, should have brought my maul though.
Ash is just like slapped him on the shoulder, looking him up and down.
Tosho, I have another question.
Yes.
Could we possibly infiltrate the Cutters?
No, they only accept Ralshi, and well, he turns and looks at Manic. It's like, well, they like people from the Tribelands. There's no way they would accept 2 humans. There's no way they would accept 2 humans.
Guys from Tribelands, though.
Yeah, but you're a human.
But, I mean, I'm human
What
from
about-
Tribelands.
what about-
And Shin Ralshi, not from Tribelands. Together, we make one Tribeland Ralshi.
Yeah, but they probably know my face.
They do absolutely know Shin's face.
They don't know he's a narc.
Guy just stares straight at twice.
I'll kind of look over it twice when he says that, and I'll be like, well, I kind of made my childhood learning how to fight by beating him up in the tavern.
Well, then you're the perfect recruit. We'll rise right to the top.
Tosho's kind of like, well, I don't think any of y'all would want to do the initiation rite of the Cutters anyway.
What's that?
What is it?
Well, there's a reason they call themselves the Cutters.
It
To
involves
slit our wrists.
No, but the higher-ups take turns each cutting you once for each member of the group. They're superficial cuts, but most Cutters do get covered in scars.
yeah, that's what they mean by and kind of like
How many members are there?
50 Tosho if it's changed lately.
Over 100.
Oh,
We're talking like. We can do this, Tasha. We got 2 people from the tribe lands. We have 3 Ralshi.
Wait,
But there's only one of you from the Tribelands.
wait. You say that they like people from Tribelands?
Well, they like Raw She from Tribelands.
Yes, I know many people from Tribelands. Been all over Tribelands.
Aren't y'all on a time limit?
Yeah, we got like 7 days.
It would take like 2
Yeah,
weeks to
way
get to the
longer than that.
Tribelands.
I
No.
kind of look at Tosho. I'm like, they kind of have to talk this thing out before
No,
they can actually decide.
Guy's hinting that he may know someone who's in the gang.
Well, it's possible, but not your village, the Ursal village, in clan. Ursal allegedly comes from the old ancient Ralshi word for hidden. So y'all don't tend to talk to a lot of people.
That plus we'd have to like find every member as a list and see if you knew any of them.
True.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're good to abandon this idea. I mean, I could be a Ralshi, but
I mean, when you say that, Tosho's like, "What do you mean?"
Oh, yeah.
I like do. Can I just like I'm gonna change my hand into like a Ralshi hand and
Ah, the fuck?
turn it. Yeah, I'm a fucking freak show, bro.
I look over at Tosho. I'm like, it's cool. It's normal. You can do that. He turned into me once. Actually, he kind of made things rocky between me and Manic.
What do you mean
bit.
he can do that? What is he?
I'm a changeling.
He's a
He's
demon.
twice.
Oh, changeling. I've heard of those.
Hey.
Yeah. Now you've seen one.
Oh.
I don't do this to like everybody, but you seem like you're Shin. This guy's like your brother, right?
I kind of like put the arm around him and be like, grown up with this man. Our houses are literally connected.
So he's
Speaking
like your
of-
brother, right?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, you're like my brother too, so you can know this shit. But
Tosho's
don't go
on the
telling
up.
everybody. Anyway, Shin, what were you saying?
Oh, sorry.
When you say that, Tosho looks around and goes, "This guy's a changeling." See, no one cares.
Tosho. Oh, that's true.
Fucking Jurassic Park me.
Yep.
I love it. But yeah, I'll kind of like look over at Tosho and be like, "Oh, speaking of, I think we have at least a little bit of time to catch up there, buddy. Of course, I want to go see my family, but how's yours doing? How's the tavern?"
Same old, same old. Business, I guess, has been a little slow because the Cutters activity and the Reaper activity, but people always need food, so.
How's Mr.
And
Carroll? How's
drinks.
Miss Moore?
Annoyed.
Fair enough. I'd assume they wouldn't have much to do with the tavern lately.
No, they're coming in less and less. They keep talking about going on some vacation to Natuli, but God knows if they'll ever do it.
Fair enough. Oh, sorry. I'll kind of turn around and look at everyone else. Speaking of, guys, I really want to introduce you to everybody. Can we take a little bit of time to do that before we actually proceed with this?
Well, I mean,
Because the tavern is a good place to gain information.
the tavern would be good. You could also talk to your dad.
Ah, he's a dock worker.
Well, I mean, he's also home. They came in
So we
yesterday.
could go to a tavern and talk to Shin's dad and meet everyone and get information at the same time.
Well, Shin's house is right next to mine, so.
That sounds fantastic. Let's do it.
Glad
Probably
to-
want to give it a little time since the tavern just really opened for breakfast a little bit ago.
Well, yeah, that's why I suggested introducing them to mom and dad and everything first.
You would know your mom's probably already at the store, but your dad, if he's home, he's probably just chilling.
Yeah.
So head
Because it is
Shin's
very
house.
early in the morning, so there's not a lot happening right now.
So yeah, let's head to Shin's house.
All right, I'll keep y'all in this marching order.
So
Just-
Tosha,
Yes.
since the last Hunter group ran through,
Mhm.
how many attacks has been?
Like I said, it's almost sometimes multiple times a day. They usually don't come in big groups, though. We've only called the hunters when the groups get too much for us to handle. Yeah, I guess that would be the first one for today, is those boxers.
Are they usually
Do you
boxers?
know where they?
No, it's been all kinds.
Is that-
I kind of, as we go, I'll pull out the map of the town. It's like, do you know like where the incidences occurred?
Well, I assume your map's still marked, right?
Yes.
And he's like, well, it looks like you already have them marked.
Oh, so they're all coming from the same places.
No, what? What?
No, those are where all the
These are
incidents
from
have
like
occurred.
the incidents of us of sending hunters to the problem.
Yeah.
This isn't like. We're talking
Oh,
about
if you're talking about every other attack,
Oh,
he's like, well, it would kind of take up a lot of the map if I just start marking every attack we've had.
sorry, that was my bad. I was
understand, but,
typing
like-
as I heard that. Above game, that's my fault.
If you're looking for a pattern, though, there doesn't appear to be one.
Is that like a more frequency of a certain area? Like, if there's been more attacks in a certain area.
He kind of shakes his head. He's like, no, not really. This seems
Okay.
pretty random, or something's pulling them in, I guess. But
Okay, take the map.
I can't say morale's been that high in the town with the cutter activity increasing, or the general discontent about there not being a wall. People don't feel safe.
That also is a factor.
Oh, don't worry. Shin kind of like punches his fist.
I
Make sure
just-
we get that built soon.
By the way,
Something seems off about this. Like, the Cutters, No Wall, and the Reapers, they have to all be connected in some way.
I mean, we
Well-
paid for information stating that it was.
but on this big map, just so y'all know, this is the inn. This is Tosho's family inn right here, and this is Shin's house, and this is his mom's shop.
Nice.
We take
Let's all
the
together.
left way around from the train station so we can stop by the shop first.
You want to stop by the shop first? All right.
If y'all don't want to, we don't
Man,
have
what
to,
do y'all,
but
what
Shin
do y'all
would
sell
suggest
at
it.
this shop?
Shane, I'm
Oh,
following
you're
you.
gonna see.
Okay.
So y'all go walking around the town. You get some weird looks because, I mean, y'all are an odd group to be walking around Rossachal.
Huh.
But as y'all approach,
Yeah. I was about to say, you've got Shin and Tosho here, so I'm assuming at least the majority of the people around would know us.
yeah, I mean, you've got some
Around
waves.
this area.
Several people have come up to talk to Shin because they heard that he left to be a hunter. We're not going to stop for every person that wanted to talk to Shin,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
but it does take y'all about 20 minutes to get here, so it's about 7:30 now. And as y'all approach, it's not a huge building, but it's just a sundry shop, it says.
Oh, very quaint.
Ah,
What color is the house?
That's blue. Oh, the house or the shop?
The shop.
Shop is blue.
The building. Okay.
Shin, you're tall enough you can kind of see through the window. You can kind of see the back of your mom's head.
just gets like this really dumb smile on his face. And he's just walking in. As soon as he walks in, he's like, "Hello, I'd like to purchase 50 plants."
And as you walk in, she like whips her head around. Standing in front of her is your grandma. Manic, you're the first one in besides Shin. The woman standing behind the counter, the Roshi woman, she looks about mid-30s, maybe pushing 40. The other woman in front of her looks about the exact same age.
Shin just kind of like does like a double fist bump. He's like, "Grandma's here too!"
And they both kind of look at you like, "Oh, Shin! Oh, we didn't expect you to be coming back. Did you get everything we sent you?"
Run over and hugs her. It's like, "No, sorry, I haven't received anything yet."
They both kind of get sour looks. It's like, you haven't received anything? We sent some dried fish, some of the crops. Like,
Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't received anything. Have y'all gotten what I've sent y'all?
yeah, you've sent 3 letters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten
Wait, 2 or 3. Yeah.
we've gotten 3 letters.
Yeah. Oh, and I kind of smacked my forehead. It's a hunter thing. They like instantaneously send them out after we write them. I just recently learned that, but I'm just so glad to see y'all.
Twice in Gaijin, are y'all staying outside?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm coming.
Just moving behind the counter out of nowhere.
Twice and Gaijin come
Big
in,
guy move.
and the 2 white-haired female Ralshi again. They look about mid-30s. Gaijin, roll me a perception check at advantage.
Are those customers or workers in the background?
Blue ones are generics.
Okay,
They're just background people.
that's fine.
All right, with a 15, Gaijin, you take one look. Like, you look at the woman behind. It's like, okay. You kind of see the resemblance to Shin. Then you look at the grandma, as Shin said. And you look at her and it's like, that woman's a shaman.
Guy just starts freaking out. Like he's like silent fangirling.
Like, something about it. Like, you take one look at her and like, that woman's a shaman.
And then he just
Gut
walks
feeling.
and he's like, hello, I am Guy, I am shaman. How are you?
Oh, sorry. I didn't introduce everyone. I'll kind of like move to right here, like leaning up against the counter so they can both see. And I'll be like, this is Twice. This is Guy. I think that guy's name is Tosho. And then this is Manic.
The Shin's mother kind of bows her head. I'm Kiba. I am this asshole's mother. When she says
lady?
When she says asshole, like, quick, the grandma's hand comes across the back of her head. It's like, hey, it's my grandson.
Yeah, you can't call me an asshole.
She kind of side eyes you and rolls her eyes. Like, anyway, I am Kiba, and this is my mother, Yol. And she just kind of does a half nod. It's like, nice to meet you all, boys.
And when she does like the side eye, Shin just does like the anime electricity growing up his body, like.
Shin is kind of like, Guy's kind of like looking from the grandma to the mom to Shin to the mom to the grandma, and then he just goes, Shin, you did not tell me your grandmother was Straman from Tribeland. How dare you?
The second you say
What?
When you say shaman, the grandma's hand goes around your mouth. You don't yell. You say shaman, and then she pulls a finger to her mouth and goes shh, and she gives you a wink.
Guy doesn't know how to wink, so he tries to, but he ends up just blinking really bad.
Yeah.
Just kind of like. And he said, I didn't tell you. She was a Rossishal? Yeah, that's where we are.
That she was so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Yes.
I mean, I moisturize. Kiba's gonna roll her eyes. He's like, well, is there anything I can help you with, boys? I assume you didn't just stop in to say hi.
No,
As much as I love to see my son.
hi.
Actually, we did.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Actually, we did.
Oh, well, we'll bring Shaw to Rossishaw then.
Oh, we're under contract.
Yeah.
Contract. We hire more.
Yeah.
What do we hire more hunters for? Is there more reapers?
More
Oh.
reapers.
I kind of like, like firmly put a hand on the desk, and I'm like, I'm here to make sure the wall gets built. And we're here to deal with the cutters and why the reapers are attacking.
What's everyone's passive perception?
10.
13.
11.
13.
Oh damn, Guy, you get advantage on perception checks?
Oh wait, no, that was my.
Oh no, that was the last one.
Yeah, that was specifically in regards to Yol. Send you a message in Discord, Cody.
Mine is also 13.
Yeah, but that's you wouldn't notice.
That's fair. Yeah, no, I'm staring directly at my mother and grandmother.
Parking in rear. What?
Mhm. All right. Anyway, she's like, okay, you're here to see about the wall. That'd be great. I mean, and she kind of wait. She looks at Tosho. Is like, wait, Cutters, did you tell him already? And Tosho just kind of nods, like, ugh. Can't say you boys don't have your work cut out for you there.
Well, kind of roll my shoulder. That's what you raised me for, right?
Yeah, I mean, just don't get yourself hurt. They've been a little crazy lately. Oh, and she like snaps like, oh, Yennefer's here by the way too. And she like moves and points. She just kind of waves in the background. Hello.
The character portraits were covering it up. I did not see that.
Yeah, she's just back here.
Yeah, Shin's gonna immediately run over and just pick her up in a hug.
Too tight. Can't breathe, Shin. Shin.
It's been too long!
Shin, it's been like a month. I'm dying, please.
Oh, sorry. Set her down.
Why?
Hi, how you been?
Good. Might need
How's your-
doctor now.
That's fine, we got healers over there. How's Uram?
They're fine. I think they just came back in last night, actually. He's probably with your
Yeah.
dad.
Ah. Well, that's probably the next stop. How you... Oh, yeah. And I'll kind of like, hand over the neck as Buddy bring her up here. You weren't here for introductions.
Like you're just dragging this. He's dragging this. She's like 5 feet tall.
Not like hand her on it, like
stop.
in the elbow, like buddy, like
But your elbow's way
Yeah.
like
You're still dragging her.
yeah. You're way taller than this girl.
Oh, sorry, Manic. This is Jennifer.
Yennefer.
Yeah.
Yennefer, actually.
Oh,
I'll put it.
that's my fault. This is Yennefer.
Hello. Shin, you can't be just dragging someone around like that.
She's family.
It's still. You okay?
Yes, he does this a lot. They're a very physical family.
Shin, you got to be more careful.
I'm sorry, I'm just excited.
No one is not as strong as you are.
And Kiba goes, yeah, when they were younger, when Yennefer was 3, Shin broke her arm.
That was an accident, Mom. Yennefer.
I give I give Shin the really look.
That's okay.
Did you make him upset?
No, we were grabbing for fish.
Yeah, he wanted to show me a fish he caught, but instead of bringing the fish, he wanted to bring me to the fish. Drugged me halfway across town.
Shin.
I've got a lot more control over it.
I mean, in his defense,
Brother of the Year award.
cousin.
Oh.
This is
Oh,
his,
yeah.
this is his first cousin.
Sorry. Twice. Guy. This is my cousin, Yennefer.
Yes. Nice to meet you all. She kind of looks at Gaijin. It's like, a human? And twice, like, another human. And Rossashal?
Oh, well, guys from the Tribelands, actually, too. Oh, I don't know if I told you all that either.
Oh!
Looking at his ear.
He's the one Tosho was talking about. Okay.
Hi, welcome to meet you. I'm Guy.
And she shakes her hand and says, Yennefer. And she looks at it, she's like, you have really pretty eyes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I like your eyes as well.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I've never seen violet eyes. On a human, anyway.
Never seen a human shaman either, eh?
I guess that's true. Is that like a thing?
I was blessed with magic, at young age. It's very weird. I think violet eyes may be related. I don't remember what eyes were like before, though.
She's like, oh,
Well, eyes
what?
let you see things.
yes, Shen. Yes, they do. And Yennefer just like shakes her head, like, well, y'all, just let me know if you need anything. I probably need to get back to work. There's some vials I have to fill. And Kiva's like,
Oh.
Kiva goes, damn right.
Sorry, my bad. Shen like let her on pass.
And she goes back
Good
to the
luck
back.
with your files.
She's just in the back, and you see her like putting stuff in like vials. But Kiva's like, well, your dad and Uram should be at the house if you want to go talk to them.
Hey, that's where we're headed next. But
Plan.
and I like kind of walk up and I just give her like a very big hug.
She hugs you back. But after a second, she's like, all right, Shen. Personal space.
Just
Thank you, son.
I missed y'all. I'm sorry. I haven't heard from y'all.
Yeah, that's weird. We have heard about issues with the mail, but just talk to your dad. He'll know more than I'd be able to tell you.
I will. I was sorry. I was just worried about the wall not being there and just mumbling about everything he usually does as he moves over to the door. Hey, no wave. Give his granny a kiss on the forehead and everything before he leaves.
Oh, the grandma's also taller than the mom.
Yeah.
The mom's about 5'2", the grandma's about 5'6". Alright, but yeah, y'all heading out now?
I'm gonna hold back for a bit.
Everyone walks off. Do we need to hop in another chat real quick, Manic?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we'll hop in a different chat. We'll be right back, guys.
All good.
Free for all. Alright, you hang back.
Came back as everyone leaves,
Mm-hmm.
and I slowly walk up to Miss Kiva.
Yes.
I noticed that you, and I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yol.
Y'all made a little side glance when the cutters were mentioned by Shin.
Yeah, and it's like Yol goes, oh, you noticed. Oh. Shin's friends are actually pretty perceptive, Kiba. Kiba's like, yeah. Look, I'm not gonna say we didn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. But as for why, and she kind of like looks around, is like, we can't tell you here, but you see her like pull out a little piece of paper and a pen. She writes something down, folds it up, hands it to you. It's like, give that to Shin's father, and he'll explain everything. It can be in front of Shin. That's fine.
I nod, say thank you.
And you'll go looks over and is like, and just kind of laughs and leans over. Is like, well, after you find out your story, just know that I was young. She kind of says with like kind of a cackle to it.
Confused, I go, okay. And I walk towards the door. Before I walk out, I said, don't worry. We'll find out what's happening. We'll set things straight. And as I'm still alive, I will protect Shin.
And they kind of laugh. Is like, yeah, well, I'm glad to hear it. I hope Shin is pulling his weight at least.
Oh, he is.
All right, and as you walk out the door, we can go back into the other chat.
Alright.
And as y'all are outside, y'all notice Manic like hung back for a second, like, wait a minute, and then not even like 2 minutes go by before Manic comes back out the door.
Nice.
I've been like arguing with Tosho about the price of fish around here right now.
Yeah, price is up, even though there's an abundance of supply.
What do you mean the price is up? Everybody's spending more?
Yeah, then we've had, even with the cutter issues coming on, we've had like an increase of like demand from places like Clemdot.
That's good, I suppose, for everybody, but it's kind of like that was his hand in the air.
Yeah, apparently some shit happened over at Oakport, and they had to, like, a lot of the fishermen got sick for a while, so they all came to us So it's kind of fucked us a little bit while helping us at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody's still in business.
Alright, Shin, where to next?
Oh, Manic. Sorry. Oh, yeah. We're going to see Dad.
I'm gonna
Should've
kind
just
of ask
immediately-
Manic as like, "What'd you get?"
I don't know, I just looked around. It's a nice shop, Shin.
Yeah, Mom really takes care of it. Grandma was in there too. I was very surprised about that. I don't see her in there that often.
Yeah, she must be bored, Tosho says.
Oh, well, net
And
making
no,
can
before
only
you
do
even
so much
asked, I
for
did
you.
not steal anything.
No,
I'm
I
not-
didn't
I'm
think
not
you
that-
stole anything.
Tosho's like, what do you mean steal?
Yeah, it's
don't
a
acknowledge
joke,
that.
Tosho, and I kind of like smack him on the back, and I move us all
Are you
forward.
missing perchance 40 gold?
Big pocket.
Alright, so y'all heading to Shin's house?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna show y'all the outside first, just because I kind of liked it.
Oh. I move down. That is very zoomed in for me.
Alright, so this is the back alley. This is Shin's house right here. And this is the inn. The door to the actual house is underneath the stairs right here.
Okay.
But I'll put y'all like... Shin home. Shin doesn't even knock.
Nah.
Shin goes
walks
straight
in,
in.
As he's walking in, he's like, heard some people were telling some fish tales around here.
Let me put y'all in the order I assume y'all walked in as. I assume Twice and Gaijin would be in the back.
Yes.
I mean Twice and Manic. Gaijin would probably be like right behind them. But yeah, y'all come in, and there are two older, well, middle-aged Roshi men sitting at a table. And they turn when he says that, where I was like, my boy!
Ah!
He's not gonna get up and run though. He stands up and like has his arms up. Like, did not expect you to be coming into town. When did you get in?
Shin is like walking forward as he says this, but I'll put him right there. It's like, we just got in. In fact, we fought some Reapers right before we got here. Well, right before we got here. You know, we had to stop by and see Mom. Grandma was there too. But we fought some Boxers.
More Reapers already? They
Right.
kind of shake their heads like, damn.
I kind of like gesture over to Tosho. According to him, they're happening a lot more often now.
Yeah, they are. It's just already this morning. It's getting worse.
Yeah. It's all right. They knew I needed to warm up. And kind of rolls his shoulder.
Your dad kind of looks over. He was like, "Oh, you have gotten stronger." He like grabs your arm. Oh, what's this? And he pull without you even really noticing, like pull Squallbreaker out. I was like, what is this?
I look over and I'm like, well, it's probably something that's the big sword, Dad.
Yeah, and he like holding it in his hands. It's like, so this is your hunter weapon, huh? And he like looks at your arm. It's like, so what does it do?
Oh, and I'll kind of like hold my arm out for him to resheath it.
He puts it in.
And I'll do a step back and I'll do like the full spin flourish where I pull it out and my tail wraps around and I pull out the pick and shield.
Fancy.
Aye. And I'll kind of like tap the tip of the pick into my hand and like, Reapers don't like bludgeoning.
That is piercing.
Or piercing, sorry. God, I fucked that up. Reapers
Technically,
don't
you're
like
right. They don't like bludgeoning, but piercing is effective.
Yeah.
I can see that. I'm more of a axe guy myself, but
Yeah,
you and your swords.
They're just so cool, Dad.
And
Check out this axe. Flash him.
Oh,
is that a guitar? He looks over across the room. I'm gonna move you up closer. He looks over at you. He goes, "Is that a guitar?"
Damn right it is. Hi, I'm Finn. Finnegan J. Ivory.
oh, yeah. Sorry, Dad. Let me introduce you. But also, before we do that, and I'll kind of like pull out the battle axe and flash it and put it back. I haven't forgot.
Oh.
And then I'll turn around and I'll be like, "This is Twice. This is Guy. This is the dude that I ran off to protect the first time when I left for the hunter exam, and this is Vanek."
Before Uro introduces himself, the other Roshi, this guy, Mel, jumps in and goes, "I am Urum, first son of Zamat."
I'll turn around and kind of do a little bow, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Uncle Rum.
And with that, Uro rolls his head. It's like, oh, you're gonna put it like that? Fine. He's like, he does like a formal like bow and says, Ura, second son of Zamat.
What?
It's a Rolshi thing.
They like formally.
It's the first. It's the first.
They're just saying,
and the
hey.
second son.
Yeah.
They don't have last names, so the males introduce themselves as like either first son, second son, whatever, of whoever.
Of whoever their dad is.
Yeah, that's the formal way Rolshi introduce themselves.
True.
But Uram, you get the feeling Uram was just doing that to kind of like big dick his younger brother. Yeah, and Tosho goes, yeah, this is Yenfer's dad. We met her at Kiva's shop.
Oh, cool.
And Uram's like, so y'all just got into town today?
Die.
Yeah, just now.
About 45 minutes ago, maybe.
Yeah, enough time for us to beat up some Reapers and go
7.
back here. Also, does anybody have a Band-Aid?
What is a band-aid?
It's like something that you put over an open wound.
A
A
bandage.
bandage?
Oh, linen cloth.
I mean, we probably have some first aid supplies if you need some.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I'll go get them.
Then I'll show you how my weapon works.
Do we have like actual first aid kits?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff for cuts and bruises, but you know Twice doesn't actually need it, so...
I know. Shin will go get it and then go to Twice. And then just kind of like put the linen on his hand and go. We run unlimited resources here.
Well, that, and there's no, like, cutting or anything. Y'all just got punched. Like,
Yeah.
y'all are bruised.
But we do provide anything we can.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You guys have been great to us.
So, yeah, and he looks at you, and he's like, so, Shin, why are y'all in town? I don't remember us hiring any other hunters, besides the last group that came through.
I cannot keep having this conversation.
We talked to them, but this is why we're here, and I'll.
I mean, this is what happened. I mean, imagine going back home. Like, imagine D&D was real and you went back home on a mission. You would have to explain what you were doing hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone you know would be like, "Why are you back so soon?"
What are you doing?
Shin is just happy looking like, actually, I don't know if y'all hired us or if this is just our prerogative, but here's why we're here. Hand him the mission statement.
Looks over and saying, oh, so you are investigating the update. Okay. And the wall. Very good, very good.
And I'll kind of like, as I'm folding it back up and putting it in my pouch.
I know some of these words.
The cutters, apparently.
They have been a pain in the fucking ass lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been annoying, but... Anyway, and he looks at Tosho. I was like, wait, Tosho, does he know about Slazzle? And Tosho just kind of nods, like, oh, so you heard about their leader's head being pinned to the fucking mayor's door then?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, why do you think that would happen?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, at this point, like, I mean, they haven't quieted down or nothing. There wasn't any sort of, like...
He got usurped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There doesn't seem to be any evidence of an usurpation. Like, if it happened, it was clean. Like, it was a unanimous thing.
It was a mutiny.
From within that no one noticed. From the outside, which is pretty impressive for a town like this.
Since we're in like neutral,
Question:
I'll
Is the
look over
Dark
at
Brotherhood
Tojo.
a thing in this universe?
No, not the joke. Well, there are assassins, yes, and there are assassin guilds. However, in Rosh Hashanah, you would be aware of the Assassin's Guild, like Silent Smile, but most of those operate around the Central Isles or in major towns. A little podunk town like this probably isn't going to have an assassin lurking around in it.
I mean, it pays to cover all bases.
Sure. I'm just saying, this is probably Manic's thought process there.
I have a question.
Just a general question, or are you asking like Ura specifically?
Ura specifically.
Mhm.
Do you vote in local elections?
Yes, I'm a founding family. Of course I vote.
So what's the deal with this mayor? He a good guy or
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. His family was also one of the founding families.
like? So do you think if he was possibly in bed with the Cutters, that could be a possibility?
Very, very unlikely, given the history. He kind of like trails off with that. Like he doesn't like he was intentionally not talking about it.
See Shin's hands kind of clenched. It's like, I can't imagine any one of the founding families going against this. We worked hard for this.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
Actually, let me tell your friends here that little story, by the way, about
Please
the
do.
founding families. So I assume none of you really know anything about Rothschild, right?
Sadly, no.
It's normal. It's normal. If you're not from here,
Yeah.
most people don't care about this town.
Guy knows I got stabbed here.
I'm from Port Plato, so that's gonna be a no.
Ooh, yeah.
You're from
I
far
just
away.
know that it's the tribe land city, slave city port.
Slave City Port.
There are slaves in the tribelands. But anyway, well, to a degree, like they're usually like prisoners of war more so than like outright slaves. And there are conditions for that. But that's a whole nother can of worms we can get into if y'all go into the tribelands. But Ura says, well, the town itself has been around for about 100 years or so. Artal allowed escaped Ralshi from Naskana or the tribelands to have a little shanty town out here. However, we were not considered part of Artal for the longest time. But around 40 years ago, my father, Zamat, and a bunch of other families got together and really pushed for Artal to be considered a part of Artal. We became known as the founding families after the city was established. Our family, Tosho's family, the mayor's family, and he goes, well then Freya? He asked you, Shin.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Ura asked you, was like, do they know Freya?
Dinner Freya.
Do they know Freya?
Oh, no.
Oh, we know Freya, yes.
Yes, y'all saw her at the train station when y'all got here.
Oh, okay.
The girl you
Sorry.
arm wrestled.
Yeah, I was thinking of something completely different.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. They know Freya. Hey, I finally beat her in arm wrestling.
Very nice. Her family's one, and Ula at the train station, one of the RMP, her family was also a founding family.
How many founding families are there?
5.
And what would be to happen if 4 of them became out of the picture?
I mean, nothing. We don't hold, like, outright power.
Oh. So you don't think this goes all the way up to City Hall?
I couldn't tell you where it goes, but I wasn't done with my story either.
Okay. Sorry.
The Cutters
No,
originate...
we'll go, shh.
The Cutters originate from when the town was... When we were talking about becoming part of Artal, the town was divided into fundamentalists that wanted to continue the Ralshi ways that were developed in the tribelands, or as slaves in Naskana, where the rest of us wanted to just be Artal citizens and get all the benefits that come with that. The Cutters are descendants from those loyalists. Or their leadership is. Not everyone that joins it is from that. But they talk a lot about the old ways, and they want to go back to the old ways. Old bad blood. But for the most part, the town just kind of let them exist. Let them have that part of their heritage. It felt wrong to take that fully away or make it illegal or anything, you know? Maybe we should have eliminated them, but that's not for me to say. But that's a brief history of our town.
Okay.
Shin, you feel like you know the part of the story he's leaving out.
Yep.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you were aware in case you wanted to say anything.
Speaking of
Hey.
the Cutters,
When it got to that point, though, Shin's just kind of looking at him. He
Like-
kind of tilts his head.
It's like, what, you want me to tell them the whole bit? Do you think they should know that?
That's probably what they want. The what your wife
Dad-
wanted.
yeah,
Because I hold
Dad.
up the little piece of paper.
He takes me to before he reads it, he goes, well,
piece of paper.
about 25 years ago, my parents were killed in this house. And Uram kind of like looks away. It's like, yes, it was chalked up to a Reaper attack due to the bodies being eviscerated. Me and Uram were out that night. I was around 13, and he would have been 16 at the time. So, like, we were out doing God knows what. We came back, our parents were dead. Uram didn't want the house, even though he's the first son. He said it felt bad that they were killed in here. But me, I felt it would be more disrespectful to sell it or tear it down or anything. So that's why we live here. This house is part of what we got for being a founding family.
Shin kind of like stomps his foot in the ground at that.
That Reaper attack doesn't sit well with me.
And then he unfolds the piece of paper and reads it. And he looks at Manic, kind of confused, and is like, "And she's sure about that?"
Oh no,
Oh. He folds the paper.
she said she was young once.
You tell her Yol said.
She was young once.
And he like shakes his head and kind of like shudders like, ugh. Anyway, well, looks like I'm about to tell you part of the story Shin's never heard then.
Nice.
You hear like the concrete.
And Uram kind of looks at him and is like, really? Now?
Immediately
Ura
turns
said-
to his father.
Ura shrugs when Uram says that and he's like, well, Kiba says it's time and it might actually help them if it can help get the fucking wall built. I mean, there's no reason not to. I don't no reason to lie to the boy anymore.
Yeah, Shin kind of is like, he's like half squatting down with his hands on knees, like, yeah, please
Yeah, shit, you didn't even tell him.
enlighten me, sir.
Well, there's a little bit more to the story in regards to our family. Tosho's also hella confused. It's like, well, Shin, have you ever noticed how, compared to some of the other founding families, we don't quite have as much?
What do you mean? We got a house. We all got jobs.
Yeah, but consider the other four families. Like Tosho, for example, his family is, and I mean no offense by this, Tosho. I love your family to death, but they're the richest family in Rosh Hashanah.
You sit and kind of like look at Tosho, look at him.
Wait,
They've got a more lucrative business, I guess. Like
Yes,
they've got more cash, but what does this mean?
yes, there's a reason why they were allowed to start that in. There's a reason why Freya's family works with the trains. Freya and Ula's family works with the train station. There's a reason why the mayor's family. Well, they went into politics soon after, but they used to be run the textile industry of Rosh Hashanah. And then there's our family, just fishermen. And Kiva's shop, but mostly fishermen.
Shin kind of like Shin is like just staring down at or staring eye to eye with his father right now. It's like,
And it has to do with your mother. Well, your grandmother.
on yours or mom's side.
Mom's side. My grandparents were heroes. And he kind of says and laughs.
Dad, you're not making me feel better about this with that statement.
It's fine. It's nothing about your mom. Your mom didn't do anything. Or your grandma, actually. But your grandma wasn't actually born in Rosh Hashanah.
I was about to say, there's like a wave of relief that goes over Shin at that statement.
She came here when she was young, but she was actually born in the tribe lands. She was actually a shaman over there. She was going to be a shaman, I should say. She got some of her training, but they moved over when she was very young. So she's pretty much self-taught from beyond that.
I immediately look
I
over
knew
at
it.
Guy, and I'm
knew
just like, shh, shh. You did, but hang on.
But that's not the relevant point to the story. Your grandma, do you have any idea how old your grandma actually is, Shen?
Yeah. 15, 20 years older than Mom. I don't remember the stories they told me.
Yeah, she's 62.
No, okay.
Sorry if I led you on there. I didn't mean she's crazy. No, she's 62.
That was like above game. Like I knew the actual age, but I was just...
And about 40 years ago, when the Cutters were formed and defeated by our family, your grandmother, afterwards, we didn't kill all the Cutters, or the leader at the time, but your grandmother... Hold on. Not your grandmother. Your grandmother has a brother. Let me just make sure I stress that right. Hold on.
And uncle?
Not your grandma. Your grandmother doesn't have a brother. Your grandfather, on your mother's side, had a brother. You don't know anything about your maternal grandfather. That's right. That's where I was getting confused. All right, that's right. Your grandfather had a brother, and your grandfather and his brother were Cutters. Part of the original Cutters. Your grandfather was the leader. However, he was defeated. Not killed, but defeated. And your grandmother and him thought they could... He was exiled. We didn't kill him, we exiled him. And his brother took over the Cutters. Your grandmother thought she could hide him, and that worked until she got pregnant. She was allowed to keep the baby and stay in Rossishall, but your grandfather had to leave. That was 39 years ago. No, 38 years ago. Mom's 37, so I've been about 38 years ago. But his brother...
He kind of looks up, so he could still be alive.
He could. But his brother, that's where the story is interesting. His brother had his own family too, and that's where the leadership of the Cutters descends from. Slaza and his brother Vesh are your third cousins.
I immediately look over at Tosho.
Who looks just as confused as you. Is like, I didn't fucking know.
I didn't know either, but it's got to be fucking something to do with Vesh. Oh God, sorry. It's got to be heckin' something to do with Tosho. Oh wait, Mom's not here. Yeah, it's got to fucking be something to do with Tosho or
Vesh.
Vash. Yeah.
One of these names.
Shin is just like in a myriad of emotions right now.
Yep. So our family has relation both to the founding families and the Cutters.
Oh, so we're like the, the glue that brings it all together.
Yeah. Shin's just looking over Tosho, and guy's like, that's like my third cousin, and he stabbed me in the leg.
Well, in his defense, he doesn't know either. Well, maybe.
Ah, I gotta crack my knuckles. We're gonna make him learn.
Well, his brother was murdered, and his head was chopped off and pinned to the mayor's door as well. So.
Well,
maybe he'll talk to us.
I kind of look at that, and I'm like, so... I really hate to pull this card, but... technically, I have a vie for that throne.
The Cutters?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, yes, you do.
Is that really what you took from all this, Shin?
The easiest way to get him to calm down. Shin's kind of looking down. He looks back at guys like, it's the easiest way to get him to calm down if I'm leading him.
Well, that's assuming they'll even talk to you. No one's seen any of the higher-ups since what happened to Slaza.
Thank God. That's true. Hopefully we don't have to go that route. But...
don't get me wrong, there's plenty of the grunts running around the damn town, but...
yeah, I can bighorn those people. But...
what are their names again? Hold on. Yeah, no, we haven't seen Vesh, Rem, Talza, or Vilnius in weeks. I mean, not that people actively keep up with them, but you know, everyone knows. Oh, also told, off topic real quick. I told y'all last time that the population of this town wrong. Population of the town is between 2,000 and 3,000. Still a fairly large town, and I have a wall.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Still pissed about that.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's why your grandma said she was young once to your friend over there. She'll still reminisce about him when it's just us sometimes, and it's very, very creepy to hear your mother-in-law talk about banging a family mortal enemy.
Well, that's your mother-in-law. That's my grandma.
Yeah, could you imagine your grandma talking about banging? Like, it's just weird, man.
I know, Dad. I'm just. Holy shit.
Yep. So now you know pretty much everything I know about the story.
Gotta put my hand down the shoulder, like, thanks. This honestly did help a lot. I'm glad we came here.
I'm glad it's
Also,
all out there. I
nothing-
hate keeping secrets.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Nothing could have also stopped me from coming here. They would have had to hogtie me.
When knowing the hunters, they probably would have done a lot worse.
Hunters, we don't do that.
I mean, if they give you an order and you directly disobey it.
Huh.
At least from what I've read.
I whispered to Finn, it's like, dude, we just saw the headmaster just obliterate some dude on day one.
Yeah, day one we saw a guy we saw the headmaster blow a guy's head off.
Yeah, but that guy, that was an assault. You know, that was self-defense. Stand your ground. That is totally fair.
Maybe a bit excessive, but
You could have knocked him out though.
he was making a point. He made an example of that dude. It was just a very
just
deadly
think,
example.
Show
If we
him
didn't
across his
kill that
arms
guy, we probably all try to attack him.
and say, Is it a little bold to assume we go to the mayor's house next, or
I agree. We
What's
go to
y'all's
the mayor's
thinking?
house next.
We were-
I agree. We go directly to City Hall.
When Tosho's like, y'all don't want to go by the tavern, maybe get some more information first, or we can go to the mayor's house too, either one. I mean, mayor's house, let me pull up the map real quick.
What information do you think?
The
we
my
could
thing
get
is
at-
it's only 7:45, maybe.
It's about 8 now.
What information do you think we could get at the tavern that we can't get?
Actually, as soon as Tosho says that, Shin does want to say hello to his parents, so he's on board.
So anyway, on the map, this is the tavern, as y'all know. The mayor's house is like right here. Like, it's not far.
Direct in the center to that dock. But yeah, as soon as Tosho says it, it's like, oh, I do want to say hello.
Don't you want to show everyone your room, Shin?
Shin kind of gets like bright-eyed for a second.
Is it clean?
Shin runs upstairs.
Yeah,
I assume you all follow. Just to indulge him.
Yep.
I wave bye to everybody.
Like, I mean, you're still in the
He's not
house.
going back down. He's not going back down.
Yeah, y'all run upstairs. Welcome to Shin's room.
Shin just kind of does like the, look at all my stuff.
Hello, Shin's room. Very nice room, Shin.
You hear a voice. Thank you. I'm just kidding.
There is a door over here though.
You know what happened last time I went into a room with a lot of stuff that hadn't been touched in a while?
Kind of cross my arms and just look down at you. What happened?
I stole all of it.
Go ahead and try.
No, thank you. I've already seen all the stuff you have.
I got a pillow over there.
Yep. That's totally fine. You keep that.
Yeah, Tosho points to the door. He's like, yeah, that goes to the stairs that go to the roof that connect to the inn.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. He's
that's where we're
got
going.
he built a, well, I mean, I know we were going this route, but yeah. Shin built the staircase on the side of his house to go up to the roof. And then there's some wood that leads to the roof of the inn. And right there is a window that connects to my room at the end.
That's
I'll
actually
open the
pretty
door and peek
fucking
out.
sweet.
You're just gonna peek out.
Yeah, just peek out.
Yeah, you peek out and you look at it. Roll an investigation check.
Please don't let Manic be the one to find me out.
Investigation. Where's that?
Alright, you look at it.
This isn't built to code.
I mean, you don't know the codes, but yeah, you look at it and you're like, yeah, it seems pretty sturdy. I mean, Shin's used it, and he's like twice your size. It's not wobbling, and like you put your foot on it, it's like, it's pretty sturdy. Man, it comes back in. But you can see where it goes to the roof, and you can see where the roof is connected to the inn.
I'd look over at Tosho.
Neat.
And I'm like, or are they working right now?
Like, well, yeah, it's breakfast time. People are eating. Well, I guess breakfast. I guess the early morning breakfast is wrapping up, but.
I meant your mom and dad.
Oh. Well, if I know.
Alright,
It's kind of a crapshoot whether they're there or not. I don't know.
true. It's a surprise who we're gonna run into, and then Shin just like runs up the stairs and runs across.
You're going through the second floor window of the inn instead of the front. No, before you go out the door, Tosho grabs you and pulls you back in. He's like, probably shouldn't all go do that. Will probably be a good way to gather attention if 5 of us go running across the rooftops here.
You know what? You're right. I thought it would be funny, but
Stealthily.
I was thinking just for me.
Have you? And he's still holding on to like Shin's collar, and he turns him towards you, Gaijin, and is like, "Has this man ever been stealthy?"
He's tried. Good point.
Try.
He's
No.
just loud when he tries.
He lets you go. All right, let's take a quick break, guys, and then we'll move on to the tavern.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I shall be right back.
Same.
Yeah. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you for sticking around for Shin's exposition. If you're liking what you're seeing, then drop that Amazon Prime. If nothing else, when you're watching the upload, if this does make it to you, twitch.tv/Gysuphage, youtube.com/Gysuphage. Hit that like, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. Gonna be a little crazy, but I appreciate y'all allowing Shin to do all of his shenanigans. It's a forced joke, but it was funny. I'll be right back as well.
Take
I'm back. So we are going up to the front door of the tavern instead of going across the rooftops. Probably a good call.
Back.
Howdy.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. I can't deny that.
More than likely.
If that's what you think, is I bolt across. Go the exact opposite direction. Wind up at somebody else's house.
There's essentially just gangplanks up there. Shin was just going to sprint across.
You're lucky. Man, he doesn't know shit about carpentry. So guys, what we're actually gonna do?
I have no idea. I don't know what the plan is right now.
Right now, Shin is just getting y'all to meet everybody.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but like the actual plan.
Yeah, like how are we?
Above game, yeah, we're going to the mayor's office.
Okay.
But it's
Cause
like
the only thing that I see that's actually could work is me getting in. But I don't want to get cut.
What do we think is going on?
I would assume like another, like the gang has been usurped by something.
it has, so they've been infiltrated.
But
Which means
why would they nail the head to the mayor's house?
Could it be another part?
to
No, it
send a
can't be.
message.
For what?
You think it's
That
another
The
piece of the
cutter's
sword or something?
elevated. I don't think it's not the piece of the sword. Well, actually, that had like slightly mind control elements to it.
Yeah, but we don't know the full extent of each piece. Each piece could be different. This one could just be negative energy.
If I'm giving my 100% honest opinion, I think that
To be
Vesh
fair, I could
has
be
been
over.
mind controlled, and he has taken control, and so he's trying to elevate things because he was always
Or that and that, or the reason why there's so many Reaper attacks because everyone's so bummed about not having the wall built.
that
It's
too.
probably the more logical choice, to be fair.
And I think that he has taken control because something is mind controlling him.
So do we mind control the mind control so we can mind control them while mind control?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Thing we gotta do is we gotta figure out why the Reapers are attacking, why the wall's not being built, and who we have to convince to get the wall built, and to kill whoever is the head right now, or at least incapacitate them.
Well, you know it's the cutters.
Yeah, leader of the cutters is what I mean.
Calling it, it's your grandfather. Get back. I know nothing about your this arc, by the way. I'm just grasping at straws. Shin's grandpappy's back, and he's come back with a vengeance.
I return.
Welcome
This
Come
back.
back,
side of the century.
And if I call it, I'm sorry.
What did we call?
Oh, should I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shin's grandpappy's back, and he's back with a vengeance.
Grandpappy's back with a vengeance.
We always do theorycraft. Well, it's just us here.
Is everyone back?
Ish.
Yeah, give me 1 sec, actually. I am back, though.
I
Yo.
just want to ask a question, but I know the answer to the question.
What's the question? What is it?
I can't ask it, because it's gonna be you don't know.
I mean, you can.
I'm not gonna answer it.
Just because you know how a story ends doesn't make it any less interesting to watch.
Okay, fine. I'll ask the question. Are we for sure the reason why the Reapers are attacking, or because of the whole wall incident?
Well, I mean, a wall would help.
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say, we have no idea why the Reapers are attacking, and the wall is just to help with subsequent Reapers attack from there.
Walls help keep Reapers from getting in the town.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but like, is the reason why they're in frequency is because everyone's bummed out because the wall's not built.
That would be telling you the answer to the quest.
See, that's why I didn't want to ask.
Hey, you got some info though.
Okay, fair enough.
Write that down,
Oh.
write that down.
Oh yeah, another theory craft we did. It's another piece of the sword.
I'm back.
Welcome back. And Ish is here, right?
Let's do it.
Alright, cool. So, none of y'all have asked the name of the inn yet. Which is fine.
What's the name of the inn, Gysu?
No, you can't ask now. Y'all are going to it.
Oh no, we're already headed towards it.
Yeah, y'all are at it now, aren't you?
Can we see the sign?
Yes. It's called the Salted Chub.
Ooh, nice.
What?
The Salted Chub.
Oh yeah, because there's a fish called chub.
It is a rather large establishment, though. Like, it's pretty big, even to your standard. Like, it's not the biggest you've ever seen twice, but it's fairly large for a town like this.
Nice.
Shin has just got his trademark dumbass smile as he's walking in.
Yep. And Tosha's like, I'm not sure who's all in here, but feel free to say hi to anyone. They might have some information too. They walk in. Immediately, as y'all walk in, y'all are greeted by two Ralshi women behind the desk who both turn and look at you and go, "Welcome to..." And they both look at Shin and like, "Oh, hey Shin, you're back already?"
Shouldn't say something to
Zalfa!
the ladies.
Brenna! I didn't realize you would both be working the front desk.
It's still early. I haven't really decided who's doing what today.
Fair enough.
And Reina's gonna step forward. Is like, "What bring y'all here?" And looks over. Is like, "And Tosho, shouldn't you be like patrolling the town or something?"
Oh, well, he's with us, and I kind of move over and, like, arm around his neck, like, yeah.
Oh, did Tosho tell you the news, Shin?
If it's the news we've heard a lot lately, if it's not, please enlighten me.
I'm not sure what news you've heard a lot lately.
The pike to the door?
Something, head on door.
Gross. No. What?
What?
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm hunters now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Tosho was trying to become a defender.
What?
Manic Gaijin twice. Make history checks.
You just see immediately Shin just like slow Gollum turn towards him, both fists clenched.
He's like scratching the back of his head. Alright, 17, 9, twice.
20. Oh, wait.
8.
Never mind.
Yeah, Gaijin, that, and twice those words meant nothing to you. Manic. Defenders refer to a specific class of soldiers in Artal that defend the Paragons. Is the Paragons? Hold on, let me make sure I got that right.
What are paragons?
Hold on. I'll get to that. Make sure I just want to make sure I have the right thing.
Pretty sure it's the Paragons.
Thanks, Shin.
Yes, Paragon. Okay, so yeah. The Defenders are a specific subclass of the army that are personally responsible for defending the Paragons. The Paragons are the highest level of elected officials in Artal.
Oh, so okay.
And unlike
the
most
guy-
positions, they serve until they retire, die, or are removed by a vote of the other Paragons.
Secret Service, got it.
Bureaucrat.
When they're called the Assembly, when all 7 Paragons meet. Well, all 7 Paragons and the Premier. But yeah, essentially a Secret Service for highest level of elected officials. And he's like scratching his back. And it's like, well, that's a little early to say that. I did get accepted to be a banneret.
You did?
Yeah, that's where I got the sword. And,
I don't know what that means. You didn't tell me.
oh yeah,
Congratulate you much earlier.
I'm not official. I'm not really super official yet. I have, with everything going on in Rothschild, I haven't been able to like go.
Alright, but you're gonna get it.
Yeah. If you can figure out what's going on in town first, maybe.
Hey, look. If it means anything, if you help us doing this, then I'll write a recommendation letter.
And he kind of laughs, like, aren't y'all like F rank hunters?
Hey, those will bring us into D.
Yeah.
No, this is
We
for
are
E.
also on promotion mission, so
Yeah.
we may be higher soon.
Yeah, that would only make y'all E rank then, though.
Look,
Still low.
you know what? See, in addition to Grandmaster Seymour hasn't left us off every time we talked about him. Maybe I can pull some strings.
I mean,
Oh,
we're ranking up really quickly though.
Yeah, he shrugs. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but I won't hold my breath either. I'd appreciate it. But
Of course.
the hunters,
And,
the hunters don't have
Shield-
that do have like influence, but it could be seen as bribery as well, and this would go poorly.
Fair enough, but then Chin kind of like puts down his shoulder, like, look, I know this is what you want. I will try anything I can
Appreciate it.
to help you out. Pats him on the shoulder and
Yeah,
looks back at me.
as that's happening, the other sister who looks younger, just in appearance, but neither have introduced themselves outright. But this one says, as y'all are hugging, she goes, "Gay."
Reno, leave us alone.
That's not
because you
right.
haven't felt the touch. Oh wait,
This is Rena.
no, I'm sorry.
The older one looks younger.
Salva, leave us alone. You're just jealous because you haven't had a boyfriend in a while.
Have you seen the losers in this town?
Yeah, I was one of them. Now I'm a hunter. Maybe you should lower your standards.
Never.
To
kinda
be
look over
fair,
it.
I've been
Like,
told us now.
that's fair. We should keep our standards high.
What was that
The
guy just?
losers here look like losers everywhere.
Awfully prophetic.
Fair enough.
But anyway, what brings you losers here?
Oh, well, honestly, my main thing is just coming around to see everybody, but we are actually on a mission right now. And
As you're talking,
so we flashed
Tosho's
100 bucks.
Tosho's gonna turn you around towards the bar where you see his mom, dad, and his brother sitting.
Okay. You just immediately is Mori the first one I see?
Yeah, you see her behind the bar.
As soon as Tosho turns around, you just hear Miss Mori!
Shut up.
And Shin takes off over there.
Yeah.
Tosho's still standing over here by y'all, and his sister's like, well, if y'all want to ask anything, they'd be the ones to talk to, really. They may not look it, but they're actually smart.
All right.
Meanwhile, Tosho, you run over and Mori's like, hey Shin, you need some breakfast? You need some food? What are you doing back in town? Tosho didn't tell us you were coming.
Well, we didn't tell him we were coming either. We just got assigned to a contract around here.
I never tell anybody when I'm coming.
But yeah, she looks confused, and we go around the whole rigmarole of didn't know hunters were being hired.
Yeah. Go ahead and explain it to her. I'll show it to her too.
Yeah.
She's a second mom.
Oh, nice. I hope y'all can figure anything else. Anything we can do to help? Next to you, Jen has not even like acknowledged you, but Kel, on the other hand, it's like waved to you. Also, this is Ohm sitting here too from the train station. He still looks a little shaken up.
Yeah. Just catching up with everyone. Make sure everybody's all right. And
Do y'all have anything for the sisters?
Have you recently seen any of the lieutenants from the cutters?
No, can't say we've noticed them around. No, well, we don't turn away cutters at our establishment, but they tend to go to more seedier places. This is like the biggest tavern in town, so they don't like coming here.
You know another seedy
Hey,
place
Taylor.
around this joint?
Give me
no.
give me 5 minutes.
They look at each other and like, no. As you're talking to them twice, you get a feeling of, these girls are high maintenance for a town like this.
Well, I can take you ladies away from here.
Roll a persuasion at disadvantage. Because you are a human to them.
you're about to get ripped into, bud. Unless you net 20, though. Damn.
Roll again, because...
Yeah, it was a disadvantage.
Well, I mean, he rolled twice, but it did the double thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Another 25?
26.
Even better.
I
Sorry.
had 26 this time, though.
Well, it's disadvantage, so 25. They both look at each other and they just kind of laugh. It's like, you know what, human, we'll give you credit. That was at least a little smooth. But shooting for the tricycle between two sisters is probably not the smartest way to go about it.
But would you guys be a package deal?
Ew.
Well, that's fine. I can make 3 of me.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Everyone's just, what?
What?
I'll show you sometime.
I don't think I want to.
Anyway.
Actually, I can make 4 of me.
Anyway. Phil Reyna is a little uncomfortable with it.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to overstep. I was
Yeah, well, anyway, I do have a boyfriend, unlike my sister. When she says that, the sister, like, pulls her tail.
Are Ralshi tails like Goku tails?
It hurts, but it doesn't, like, stop them.
Okay.
Like, she pulls
Who's
her...
your Who's your boyfriend?
It's like, do you even know anyone in this town?
No, but I could ask Shin. He'll tell me.
Actually, Shin wouldn't know. We just started dating a few weeks ago.
Interesting. About at the time that all these Reapers started popping around.
A little after.
When you started dating or when he showed up?
Is he new in town?
Oh, no. Oh.
Are you assuming that he's...
Actually, he's right over there. He's right over there. And she points to a rather well-dressed Raw She-Man sitting at a table by himself.
Oh, I'm gonna come over there.
Are you just gonna go up to the table?
Do I see him doing this?
Yeah, you see Twice going to walk across the tavern, and as you like follow his path, you actually see the path he's walking towards is to a RMP officer from Roshashal, often stationed in Roshashal, and his name is Sergeant Kilma. Oop.
I
Well,
kind of like. I look over at Maury and I'm like, Miss Maury, can I have a question?
of course.
Amazing catching up with y'all. I appreciate this so much. Who is he? And that is my friend. Should I be worried?
Well, you recognize him.
Oh, okay, I recognize. So I'm like,
Gaijin, roll a
Shit,
history
kinda-
check, actually.
I was about to say, Shin kind of puts two and two together. It's like, is he on like a watch or is he off duty?
Alright, 11's high enough. You think he was at the train station when y'all left Rosshaw when you came through. Like, he looks vaguely familiar to you.
Oh God, that's him. Okay,
When we went to go to the hunter exam.
Yes.
Okay.
I
mentioned that.
As for you, Shin, all you know is that he's the highest ranking Rolshi in the RMP, and he's like pretty much in charge of the RMP in Rosshaw.
I slap 2 gold on the table and say they deserve another round, and then I will move up right here.
She takes the gold, is like, it's breakfast. Shrugs,
Yeah,
put the gold away.
Save it for later.
Anyway, you're not there. You're not there yet, Shin. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Twice, you're going up to the
As
table.
I'm walking up,
No, you're still talking to Mori. Twice got there before, because you were talking to Mori as Twice got there.
that's fine.
Twice, as you approach the table, the Rolshi man, who has, like, a book in his hand, puts it down, like, folds it down for a second, looks at you, says, go away.
Oh, I just wanted to see what you're reading.
He holds it up to you. It's, the 3rd book in the Tales of Amber series.
Oh, I'm on the first one right now. I can't wait to finish. Is this your first time reading them?
No, I'm rereading them. I reread them, when I'm bored. Don't have anything new.
That's so cool. I just started, trying to read more. But I thought that might be what it had. I have that copy. So I was just curious. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you.
It's no problem. It's just, I'm just waiting.
For your girlfriend to get off?
Side eyes you is like, yes, why?
Oh, sorry. I just ask a lot of questions.
Well, I'm with the RMP, so, asking a lot of questions about my personal life tends to come off a little suspicious, especially from a human in a Rolshi town.
Oh, well, lucky for you. I'm with a Rolshi, and I'm also a hunter.
Oh, hunters, okay. And he, like, turns and is like, oh, with Shen. Okay.
Yeah, we're in town investigating these reapers. So I tend to ask a lot of questions when, I'm on edge like this.
Huh. Is there anything you wanted to ask me, or is it just about the book?
It was just about the book at first, but if you wouldn't mind, I do have a couple of questions I'd like to ask.
He, like, pulls out, looks at his watch. He's like, I have some time. She probably isn't going to be free until 8:30 anyway.
Do you have any idea if the mayor had something going on with the cutters for them to do what they, well, I guess they didn't do it, for someone to put the leader of the cutters' head on their door?
Unfortunately, no, we don't. That's the biggest mystery about it. Is while plenty of people have motive against the cutters, something like that, just not the style in this, like, in this town, people will brawl it out and be friends afterwards. But chopping off someone's head off and putting it on a door?
Yeah, that's like, waking up with a horse in your pool,
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a pool, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, I don't really have any more questions, man. I'm really caught up on this mayor thing, and I'm not from around here, but everybody says he's a super nice guy.
He's nice for a politician, I guess. I mean, he's like the first real politician of Rosshaw, so he's still getting the hang of it. So it's hard to judge him too harshly.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bureaucrats and politicians, but
Me either.
And I reach out for a little fist bump.
He looks confused, but then like puts his hand out.
Nice. But cool, man. Oh, by the way, my name's Finn. Finnegan J. Ivory. It's nice to meet you.
Helma.
I give him a little bow. I say, thanks, Ben. If I see you around and I think of anything else, do you mind if I, if you're not in the middle of anything, ask you a couple questions again?
As long as I'm not in the middle of any RMP business, it should be fine.
Yeah. No problem. I can make that happen. So thanks. I would buy a drink, but I've tried
Is
to do that too
when
many
I
times.
show up?
Oh yeah, about when they're about wrapping up. It's about when Shen walks over too. He like turns like, ah, Shen, it's been a little while.
Yeah. Nice. How you been?
I'm doing all right. Heard the news about me and Reyna?
No.
Yeah, we started dating. Nothing like
Oh.
serious yet. It's only been a couple weeks.
Good for you. Jin kind of like gets a very like serious stare. You're right.
Now, if only someone could do something about her sister.
Oh, come on. She's not that bad.
And you
I
go,
mean, she kind of punches you up whenever you say something she doesn't like or, you know, just does very bad things. But hey, treat her right.
well, we'll see. I mean, she's the older one, but she still acts like the spoiled child that she, like, he's saying this like really quietly. She still acts kind of like a spoiled child.
I'd spoil her.
Well, let's see. Can you do that without being told what to do?
I mean, yeah, I do
And
most
then-
everything without being told what to do.
And then be okay with getting yelled at when you get it wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super used to that. I've always done, like, you know, anything I'm told to do, I just don't do it.
He kind of looks over
Everything
like
I'm told not to.
he's kind of into that.
Well, with her, you would have to know both what to do without being told and what not to do without being told. And if you get it wrong, she will yell at you
That's okay.
and maybe hit you.
I love loud noises, man. I'm actually kind of a rock star.
You know what, Twice? We can sell this pretty easily. I'll slap 10 gold on the table. I'll get 20 from you, which 10 back to me if I just look over and shout at her. Who picks who punches me in the face first?
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what?
Oh, is that not what we were arguing?
Yeah. Also, this guy's RMP. We can't just be putting money on a table around him.
He shrugs. He shrugs like, our job's not to stop people from betting.
Yeah.
Y'all can do whatever you want, as long as it's not
That's
having to
his
do with
girlfriend. I was wondering who was gonna punch him in the who's gonna punch me in the face first for shouting, "Hey, fuck you, Tosho," or his girlfriend.
Made it beats Bob.
I mean, it's gonna be her. Tosho might just tell you to go fuck yourself.
Wait, that's Tosho's girlfriend?
No, it's Tosho's
Yeah.
sister.
Oh.
Alright, just so y'all are aware. Let me bring up their family real quick.
I know.
Alright.
It's just
There's a lot. Meeting a lot.
trying
of
to get
people.
on his good side.
Alright, so Tosho's family, we have Tosho's dad, whose name is Kel. We have Tosho's mom, whose name is Mori. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll have wiki pages if it's
Oh.
soon too.
Hang
Anyway.
on.
Then we have the oldest child. His name is Jin. And then next oldest is
Oldest sister is Zalva.
Zalva. And then next is Reina. And then the baby is Tosho. Even though Tosho is significantly bigger than all of them. Like, he's bigger than his dad and bigger than Jin.
Because he was significantly next to us, Shin was just trying to make the fake offer to be funny. Who's gonna punch him first?
It's gonna be Reina. I mean Zalva.
Yeah, I look at twice. I'm like, I'm gonna make that bet.
And he looks at you and shakes his head like, I wouldn't.
So, you've got 10 gold that says she punches you in the face first.
Yeah.
I make the bet.
All right, what are you doing, Shin?
Oh God, wait, we had a specific thing about this earlier.
You're just supposed to turn around and yell "fuck you" and see what happens.
Yeah.
As you say that, Tosho's like, "What?
17 hit.
Does the 17 hit you, Shin?" Yes, it does. Even with the shield, even if he's counting the shield, 17 hits.
Don't talk to a woman like that is what I scream, and then it just sounds like a sponge hitting him. Cause
It's like, boom, like it hits you, but it definitely didn't hurt, Shin.
Yeah.
Like you're more confused, like what? And then twice is just gonna like pocket the 10 gold.
yeah.
With that, Kilma's like, ha, ha, that was good. That was good.
Look, I'm gonna say, sorry.
Tosho's still like, the fuck?
Got your back. Shoot her a little finger gun from across the bar.
She rolls her eyes.
Alright, let's get out of here.
What do you mean? This is where we're staying.
You're fighting an uphill battle of being a human in human form.
I know, I gotta get out of here and turn into Shin's third cousin.
What?
The one that stabbed him?
Yenfer?
Just another guy. I gotta
Yenfer
meet
is your
somebody
first
else.
cousin.
That was the first.
Yenfer's first cousin. Vesh and Slaza were your third cousin.
Don't you damn well turn into
It's time for a new persona.
No.
All right. Yeah. Y'all are all sitting over here. What are y'all doing now?
As Shin walks up, he's like, hey, we'll be staying here a while. Is 3 rooms for 5 days.
3 rooms?
Yeah, I'll be staying at home, but for them.
I mean, Tosho goes, don't worry about it. You're covered while you're here, Shin. Not breakfast, but rooms are.
Oh, so their rooms are covered?
Yeah, they're fine. Your friends are yours.
Oh, thank you.
So kind of y'all.
And besides, we're not super booked at the moment. You you see Tosho like walk up and grab like a little ledger on the counter. He's like, yeah, we got like 8 rooms open at the moment.
Awesome. Do y'all need anything? I've been asking Mom and Dad, but they haven't told me yet.
You're asking the richest family in this town.
Yeah, no.
Okay. They both just kind of look at you and like, no. What would you have in mind?
I don't know. I'm just trying to help you. You guys have helped me out so much.
Yes, we have. And you'll never be able to repay the debt.
I know. That's why I'm trying to help out now.
Tosho leans over and is like, Chin, they're fucking with you.
Oh, come on, guys.
Anyway.
I love y'all. You're family.
That's a little flirt.
They're a little catty.
Yeah, I just assume they're just like
Yeah.
away from me.
Like, it's like sisterly. They're not like outright being assholes. You get like, Manic, you have a younger sister, so you kind of get the same vibe.
She just kind of like, he's smiling at the home. He's like, all right. Well,
all right. Guys, I know it's a little early, but y'all kind of want to call it here before y'all go talk to the mayor, because that might lead down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah, I'm kind of down for that.
Just because I know going to the mayor might lead into something, and I don't want to like lock y'all into something for the next hour.
Yeah.
If you think that's good, we'll approach that fresh next time.
Yeah. All right. So that's gonna do it for us tonight. I unfortunately do not. No, wait. Last Black Spartan is on. We're gonna raid him.
yep.
I won a Halo tournament with him.
Talk.
Double noise.
Alright, cool. So yeah, appreciate everyone for hanging out with us. I know it was a bit of a short session, but a lot of exposition. Don't want to wear my players out, and I don't want to lock them into something when they get on a roll. Like, I don't want to stop them mid-roll. This feels like a good spot. But yeah, only about an hour passed in game. Yeah, it's gonna do it for us tonight. We hope to see y'all next time, and this episode will be on YouTube next week because I just put one up today. So yeah, 7 days from today.
Cool.
We get the early hours.
That's it. See y'all next time.
See you, bud.
Bye bye.
I'm gonna hop off